Hello, everybody. This is Soniv.
This is WaveofShadow bringing you Game 2
Yeah.
of the three-game series between Epic versus EA third-place match of AHGL, and Epic taking down Game 1.
Yep. Epic doing really, really well with their team composition. Aquarius was a terrifying Vayne. Very, very and Epic just played the late game comp perfectly. They got ahead when they needed to, and then just snowballed it because that's what those champions do.
Yep, pretty much. I think I don't want to blame it on picks, but like Yorick, man, Yorick, don't pick Yorick.
I
EA.
know you really
let
dislike
it go.
Yorick. You
Let
really
it go.
don't like him.
It doesn't amount to anything. Like, you really have to like make use of his strengths. You have to get that harass and lane done. And with the 2v1 lane swaps, Yorick is just not nearly as strong as he once was with that.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I mean, Tristana obviously not necessarily a bad pick, but don't pick her just because you want to try to get those dual AD carries doing tons of damage. I mean, like, I would argue that even had Epic picked Yorick, and tried to use the ultimate on Vayne constantly, it doesn't do enough.
Yeah. Well, so now I want to look at the bans because we've got Malzahar. Because yes, he doesn't want one man army playing Malzahar. We've got Elise. That may be targeted, but Elise is strong in general. We've got the Thresh ban because EA does not want to do
Thresh and Vayne bans. They don't want that bot lane.
But then we do see, I mean, one man already throwing down the ban on Cat and Kha'Zix. They don't want Gassy playing those assassins anymore. There's more. I mean, he could play Akali. He could play, I don't know, what other assassins are there? Zed.
Evelyn.
Evelyn, no. God, no.
What, got a problem?
I do. I hate Evelyn, and she's just not good anymore.
Yes, she is.
No.
She's still good. Gotta make her work.
But Gassy grabbing Tristana for Bigglebons. We've seen Bigglebons play Tristana so much, and he really does love it. Epic going for the Nasus and Caitlyn this time.
Okay, so Caitlyn versus Tristana, again, that early game, gonna be a real nuisance for Tristana to try and farm, but that sort of range advantage drops off in the mid game, and Tristana does become a stronger AD carry having that attack speed steroid. I'm kind of confused as to why we're not seeing a Misfortune or Graves from Bigglebons.
Yeah, his Misfortune is really scary.
I know that the sort of the bottom lane meta doesn't favor Graves as much these days, but like, I remember like Bigglebons' Graves is pretty good. Like, his Misfortune, pretty good. Like, I'm not really sure why they're really harping on the Tristana pick constantly.
I mean, his Tristana is good as well. He just needs to get a good foundation to be able to do what he needs to do. And so far, I mean, EA just hasn't been able to take those mid-game advantages the way they need to.
But see, that's the whole thing. And because Tristana, it takes a while for her to ramp up, he can't really be a part of that trying to snowball to mid lane. So why doesn't he pick a champion that really does offer an early game advantage and push that himself? Like, if he takes that Misfortune, takes that Graves, champions with high burst and high damage early in the game, he can pick up those early game kills and snowball himself rather than sort of wait for his team to sort of pick him up to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't really have an answer for you, so I'm not sure why he's not playing her. But I think EA just likes the Tristana Zyra bot lane because really she is very good. Ooh, we're seeing a Wukong from
oh my!
I
Well,
love
Lee Sin.
Wukong.
Lee Sin. I mean, even the pros have said that Riot has been a little heavy-handed with his nerfs, and they tend not to play him as much. I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
He's still a great champion. He still does a lot of cool things, but just not like he's just not as beefy and as terrifying as he used to be, which is good because he was really scary.
No, and for a champion that offers as much mobility as he does, like, if anyone's ever watched Shake Drizzle's Lee Sin compilations, or that other, I don't know what his name is, that Korean player, the one that recently showed up, oh my goodness. I was like, I felt bad because I literally watched Shake's Lee Sin video, and then I watched this guy, and I'm like, oh my god.
That guy pressed like 10 buttons in a second.
I couldn't even believe what he was able to pull off. Like, he was like his 100 to 0 in Ezreal in something like 3 seconds. It was the most ridiculous. Anyway, like, go find that video somewhere on Reddit. But it's anyway, Lee Sin is certainly definitely capable of performing all those crazy moves he once did. He just isn't able necessarily to do as much damage as he once did. Doesn't have that free armor with W like he used to.
He's not as fail-safe. He just used to be like, okay, you can't actually catch me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Garrison, your favorite champion. Oh, yes. Lux, still very strong after her nerfs.
Oh, I think I posted this. I think I posted this in general discussion. People are like, oh, Lux got nerfed. I'm like, oh boy, now I can use my alt only every 30 seconds as opposed to every 24
25, I
seconds.
know. It's
Like,
not that big a nerf.
ugh.
But, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, she's one of those champions where they did buff her quite a bit, but they want to make sure that... Ooh, Mordekaiser.
What?
I've never seen one-man army play Mordekaiser. Wait. What? Wait.
What?
Who is epic support?
I'm... What?
Could we see a support Jarvan?
Support Nasus.
Or support Nasus?
Oh my god, please support Nasus.
If we could see that would be amazing.
Oh my...
Alright, for anyone watching...
I get the feeling... Okay, hold on. I get the feeling it's going to be support Jarvan.
So do I.
But support Nasus... Okay. A little less viable that his attack speed, like, on Wither is getting nerfed a little bit, the attack speed reduction. But, like, I really, really think support Nasus is somewhat viable.
Yeah, anyone watching, we're taking credit for support Nasus. That's because
I don't think it's ever going to get picked up. Because,
No,
like,
I know.
there must be some reason that we can't, like, understand why it's not actually viable. But it really seems viable. Armor reduction on Spirit Fire. Wither absolutely just shuts down. It's like an exhaust being up every 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing.
It forces 2v2 fights in your favor every single time you Wither. It's ridiculous. So I mean, I would really love to see it, but I'm not getting my hopes up on this.
Yeah, and we've got Zoo coming from Epic from their spellings.
Well, at least it's not poo.
It's not poo. Poo Zoo. Yeah. But so I am not going to spoil the.
Not gonna spoil the summoners this time?
Not gonna spoil the summoners this
See,
time.
because Epic ended up winning. Is it because of that teleport in from Nasus?
It wasn't really that instrumental.
I don't know. That might have been the straw that broke the snowball's back. I don't know. Mixed metaphors.
What? I love seeing Darius. I don't know why. I just love watching Guillotine.
It is. Just in general, I think dunking in this game is really fun to see.
It just feels so good.
Zac, like when you're bouncing around, or no, like I think even more satisfying than I think the 500-yard jump when you land on somebody, it's just so satisfying. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's amazing. I'm really I don't know what to make of this Mord pick.
I'm liking it. That's my assessment.
Yeah, but that's just because you want this game to be entertaining, and entertaining it will be.
Yes, well, say the Anomaly lays down his ultimate on Biggle Buns. That's going to be really scary for EA.
That's going to be extremely scary. I would think we're going to see Ghasty going, mid lane Lux versus one-man army, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lux wins that lane. Like, ranged harass, Mordekaiser does not do very well against, especially, as ranged as it gets is with Lux, so I'm not really sure what we're seeing here. I don't want to spoil stuff, but there's a lot of
champion roulette.
There's a lot of switching going around. I'm wondering what's going on here, what exactly they're going to try and do, but we're going to wait just for the timer to run out for that champion roulette. For the wheel to stop spinning. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm really excited for this game.
This is going to be interesting. Because I don't know where these champions are going to end. I don't know.
Switch things around, make up your minds. Oh my god, I'm so excited. All right, anyway, well at least EA is pretty much set.
EA knows what they're doing.
All right, 2, 1, 0, and timer is up. All right, so it's going to be.
Okay. So one-man army is playing. Caitlyn.
I like it. One-man army mid versus. I think that's an excellent pick.
Against Lux?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. And Ghasty does have the exhaust, so he's not even going to be close enough to use it on one-man army.
No, I mean, he's going to have to sort of really rely on a lot of early game Lucent Singularity hits.
Yep.
And, maybe hopefully able to pick up at 6, that binding combo, which is so ridiculous. Once Lux hits 6, you get hit by a binding, you're going to get hit by that full combo every single time, and it's like 2/3 of your health. Yeah. So one-man army's going to have to stay at high health.
Yep. I'm wondering, Zyro's going to have to make some plays. He's probably going to want to go bot lane as much as possible just to get Biggleman's Messiah rolling against that kill lane. We've got Anomaly and
Aquarius. I want to say that it's synergistic.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's going to be more Jarvan. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Top lane Mordekaiser versus Darius. I'm not sure. See, I don't know how to comment on this team composition because it's just so ridiculous.
I'm trying to think if it works. Like, I mean, I think it's going to come down to Messiah and Roots bottom lane. Because the Anomaly and Aquarius are going to be diving all over Buns. He's going to be using his cleanse real early, I think. Actually, there's nothing really for him to cleanse, aside from the slow from the Anomaly Shield and maybe Exhaust. But, I mean, I think it's really just going to come down to whether Messiah can stop a lot of that EQ Jarvan diving and, you know, Wukong combos.
Yeah, well, the cleanse for Buns is probably going to use mostly when Isaac comes bottom with Wither. Just because you.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot about that insane gank assist, of course.
And I would like to see something like Mikhail's or just a QSS from Buns, or like Mikhail's on Messiah just to protect. I mean, get rid of that Mordekaiser, get rid of Wither, get rid of. That's pretty much it. More Exhaust.
No, that does seem like a very, very good idea. I mean, I don't know if we'll see it because it's not a very popular pick. But, I mean, it's certainly... Well, like, I don't even know the stats on it. That's how very...
It builds out a chalice. Yeah, I don't know the stats either. I know it gives you mana. That's all I know.
All right, well, in any case, really interested to see how this game goes. Are they going to be able to make that dunk lane, bottom lane work for them? Or is this just going to be, well, we're ahead one game and we're going to try something out and see if we can actually pull it out? And, you know, if we lose, then whatever, game 3.
Yeah, notice that Zyril has Ignite, though. He's going to be a very, very aggressive jungler. He wants to make sure that he can get in and kill people. He's not as concerned about later in the game because he just wants to get rolling early on.
I'm actually a little surprised at that because Lee Sin obviously one of those champions that doesn't necessarily need flash because he has 2 almost built-in flashes.
Right.
But generally, I was going to say, generally, I think the pick for Lee Sin jungle when you're not picking flash is Exhaust because you really just sort of want to get, you know, keep them around and Lee Sin not being a burst jungler, Ignite not going to help nearly as much, in my opinion. But
yeah. But we're going to have to see how he works it out. I mean, if he can get kills with that and get rolling and get, you know, whatever lane he ganks moving, it's going to be really good for EA.
Yeah, I'm really, really interested to see how this game was. I'm somewhat disappointed that we're not seeing that support analysis bottom lane, but I mean they want to run the dunk lane, so it's not even like they're running, you know, Jarvan Caitlyn. It's, you know, Caitlyn mid. So skin analysis time. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's an obvious choice this time.
Clearly, Epic needs to get it together with these skins.
Yeah, like I mean they've got the Jarvan 4. Which is good. I like, you know, it's a solid skin. But then they've got Noodle Arm Caitlyn, and that really just kind of...
Sorry, what?
I've explained this to you. Noodle Arm Caitlyn. Arctic Warfare Caitlyn has a really stupid model. Her arms are like green, like they don't... they're not bent, they're like curved. Look at her model when we get into the game. I'll show you what I mean. I always call her Noodle Arm Caitlyn because it looks so ridiculous to me.
This is something I've never known.
But anyway, Steel Legion Lux and Biofor, you know, Darius, and I don't like Muay Thai Lee Sin, but whatever. Steel Legion Lux, you know what I really like the most about that skin?
What's that?
And I know most people hate it because apparently her stuff was hard to see. I don't find that problem. It's like when she shoots her Lucent Singularity, it makes this like weird bubble noise.
Right.
I don't know, you'll have to notice. But yeah, do you see the Caitlyn arms? Look at the Caitlyn arms. Look at those arms.
Hold on, man. I got...
Okay, hold on. Just zoom in on those arms. Do you see what I'm talking about? They look so ridiculous. They're like little pipe cleaners. Anyway.
Oh man, the important things. That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're always talking about, the important issues here at AHGL.
Yes. I don't see. I'm not even going to rearrange the portraits for. Because I mean I guess I can.
Yeah, you can.
I can. Yeah. It's just weird. All right, we're gonna see an invade from EA here. Oh, Black Mamba!
Oh, Black Mamba gonna go. Gassy not even bothering to go in because here comes Women Army from the side. So they're gonna try to land that binding. Not that binding. Oh, the jump. Biggleman's not able to land that slow. Really, I mean, EA blowing those abilities real early. Oh, there's the binding. Women Army getting caught, having to flash out. There we go. Oh, just a snare. It's such long range. There's first blood going to EA.
I don't know what one my army was doing right there. Now Biggleman does a kill. So
that snare range is still so AFK. I forgot you don't have all chat on. There's a lot of typing in all chat right now, but one man army.
Notice how one man army is starting with the crit gloves. They're just trying to cheese this. They want to cheese this win. That's
what's going on. Okay, here's the thing. If they is there. Okay, I wanna retain hope that there's actually legitimate strategy behind what they're doing here, and they're not just screwing around.
I'm pretty sure they're just screwing around.
Because, like, I mean, it's not like, I have any, favor of one team to win here, but I would think that, Epic actually cares somewhat about the results of this, third place match. But, I
mean, EA didn't do poorly last game. They did a lot. Like, they had some really good fights. They just couldn't quite pull out the win.
Yeah, it's not like it's a, one-sided stomp that Epic can just say, oh, well, we're going to win this anyway. Because, EA certainly has a very, very good chance of winning this.
Yeah, this game, absolutely. I mean, the jungle Nasus is actually really good. So that's obviously not, like, a troll, but...
you know what? That mid lane, look at... yeah. Health already.
Yep.
Those traps making it impossible for Gasty to do anything. I really like this.
One man really got that headshot queued up. He just wants to land it on Gasty. That's all he wanted to do.
He didn't want to miss any last hits.
But, I mean, One Man Army needs to be careful because Zyro is going to come up. He is going to gank this mid lane. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yep, Zyro coming in. One Man Army doesn't have flash. I mean, there's Lucent Singularity landing. And the Q. There we go. Zyro getting in there. Needs to know their couple auto attacks. Is it going to be enough? It will not. The Ignite going down on Zyro just in case Zyro chose to dive the turret. One Man Army barely surviving. But, I mean, he's going to have to be a lot more careful because, again, his flash is down. Zyro comes in again. That's it for him.
Yeah, and, One Man Army getting hit by that, the Lucent Singularity. And he needs to be careful because he's going to get...
Oh, Sonic Wave, and here we go. Imzakid coming in, gonna try and land that. There we go, the armor shred and a Q going down, and Red Buff and Wither Slow gonna be so much on Zyro. Gasty gonna come in and just try and protect him, allow him to just jump over.
Yeah, Imzakid just making sure that One Man Army can keep farming here. Notice how One Man Army actually has a Biscuit, so he's got a bunch of utility masteries.
Tea and biscuits. Look at this. Top lane. Nerva.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going pretty well, I'd say, for Black Mamba, aside from getting pulled into the turret and taking some turret ticks. But, like, Nerevar having a little bit of trouble farming once Black Mamba pushes it right to the turret with that E. I think, here we go. Gank's going down mid. Gasty eating a lot of damage. The exhaust going down on Imzakid, eating a whole bunch of turret ticks, and Gasty barely surviving this.
Bot lane, Aquarius and Anomaly just trying to lay down the harassment, get Messiah and Bigobuns off their tower, but that's a lot of range for a kill lane to have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm thinking... I mean, once they... You know what it is? They might just be waiting for 6.
Yeah, and they just want to jump on someone and kill him.
Yeah, like, I mean, before... Look at the farm.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen. I mean, it's rough picking a kill lane into Zyro, which they did. I mean, Zyro was picked early on by EA, so it's... I mean, not the best thought process.
Why not Pantheon?
Because Wukong's fun.
Yeah, Pantheon's fun. I don't know, but I think we like Pantheon to kill. Go like the Pantheon Leona kill lane.
That is an awesome kill lane. I love that one. Fun. So top lane, I mean.
Oh, here we go. The dunk's going in. Bigglebuns. Here we go. Aquarius trying to go in. The exhaust having to go down. Actually, getting that stealth down. Exhaust flying around from both sides, back and forth. Aquarius and the Anomaly actually coming out worse for wear in that exchange.
Notice how Messiah laid down a pink ward in this bush right here. So they can see when Aquarius goes.
Yeah, I was wondering about that actually. I didn't notice that at the time. I was like, wait a minute, how is Bigglebuns auto-attacking Aquarius in stealth? Yeah, good. I was gonna say that's a really good play there, not allowing Aquarius to escape.
Yeah, they still have what, another? Can't really see exactly, but about a minute left on that ward. So Aquarius is not gonna be able to stealth and
going on top lane, and I think Black Mamba is in trouble. He's gonna die. He's dead. Oh, wait a minute. Nerevar. Nerevar getting real close. Because, I mean, it's sort of deceptive because, Mord often looks a little squishier than he is. That shield really, like, offering a lot of sustain.
It really does. And Imzakid posturing up for maybe a gank up on mid lane. He wants to get Gasty. He knows Gasty's flash is down. Yeah, One Man Army wants to go on.
And landing the snare on One Man Army, that might save Gasty's life, because I don't know if Imzakid's going to be able to do enough damage on his own. The crit going down on Gasty for a total of 85 damage. Is Gasty going to be able to get off another binding? There's Lucent Singularity. Slowing in Imzakid. Where's the binding? Where's the binding to save your life? Where's that final binding? Oh, the Q! Oh my god, just... Gasty!
So close. If One Man Army had hit his Piltover Peacemaker, that would be a dead Gasty.
Oh my god, but the Gasty stopped and allowed Imzakid to hit him with that Q. If he had just kept running, I don't think Imzakid would have been in range for the Q. So I'm not sure if he knew that he wouldn't die to that last Q, or if it was just...
all calculated.
Oh my god. Gasty.
Aquarius
attack, bro.
No, Aquarius and Anomaly are just trying to get to that level 6. They're just trying to stay there as long as they possibly can, and It's gonna be interesting once they hit level 6, but they're both lower. They don't have much health at all, so they can't. They gotta be careful about getting to this point.
And they need to hit 6 before Pickle Buns and Masai do, because
Zyrul's gonna dive.
So yeah, Zyrul's gonna shut them down here, I think. And here we go. We're gonna see it. He's gonna go in as soon as he can. There we go. A little bit of harass damage going on attack. There's the snare landing anomaly. That's what Zyrul's waiting for. There we go. And that is one dead anomaly. And oh, the knockup's going down. Zyrul is actually probably gonna be taken out by the turret. Wow. Really good knockup from the anomaly. I really wasn't expecting him to hit all 3 of them with it.
Yeah, he recognized he was not getting out of there alive, so he's going for the gank. Oh, just jumping in, igniting Biggle Buns, and we see Imzakid coming down. He wants to get this. Their blue buff was warded, so EA rather does know that was coming, so they just get out as fast as they can. Aquarius very low, actually, barely getting away.
I'm surprised that Imzakid has Ghost up. Like, he could have run in there. And top lane, Nerevar actually and Black Mamba going at it, but Black Mamba not offered. He does have the ultimate up, but Nerevar's Guillotine doing a lot more damage instantly than the Ghost can do over a certain amount of time. Nerevar winning that exchange. Yeah. And, yeah, I was going to say, like, Imzakid could have ghosted in and I think gotten the Wither off. He might have been able to get a kill. I'm not really sure why he didn't bother.
It was a little close. I mean, he didn't want to waste the Ghost if he didn't have to. But also, Black Mamba needs to be careful top lane. He's getting pulled in and taking a lot of turret damage for almost no reason. Nerevar really getting ahead on that. And now he's got Black Mamba rather has 2 deaths, so I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to shut Mordekaiser down completely, because if, say, he does get his Ghost on Biggle Buns, that's going to turn the fight around completely for Epic. But as it is now, I don't see Black Mamba doing very well from here on.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem overall is going to be the fact that they're essentially just allowing a Tristana to farm up and get kills.
Right.
Bottom lane. And like, Biggle Buns already is 2-0. He's already got his Bilgewater Cutlass at, 8 minutes. He's already got 64 farm to Wukong's 27. And I mean, Biggle Buns, it's just going to be, I think, brutal in the end. I don't think that dunk lane is doing nearly enough at all. That stealth going down. Getting fooled. Biggle Buns landing that. Here we go. Top lane fight going on again. Zyrul going to try to do something. There we go. We're going to see the kick backwards. There we go. Landing that ward. Huge Lee Sin plays from Zyrul, and Black Mamba going to go down again. The Mordekaiser pick really not working out so well.
Well, he's got no wards, and so he's not really seeing when Zyrul is going up there. And you were watching bot lane, but I was watching mid lane up in the top jungle for Epic, and Ghasty was just destroying one-man army. Got the laser off.
Here we go. There we go. The ultimate going down Messiah. There we go. Aquarius going to try to use that ult, knock people down. Demacia. Messiah actually probably going to go down here. Is the anomaly going to be able to escape here? I don't think so. Biggle Buns is going to be able to take him out here. One more auto attack, and there it is. A trade 1-for-1. And again, I don't really think that was worth it, because feeding Biggle Buns more kills when he's 3-0 right now, not really worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Aquarius, he wants to jump in on this, but he can't do enough damage. He's taking so much damage. Zyrul and Nerevar taking out that top turret. One-man army is here farming the golems, but he's not going to. He has to be careful. He can actually get jumped on.
Stop farming us.
Oh, bad jokes. I hate you.
Terrible jokes. And now Black Mamba rotating mid. I mean, they're at equal level right now. Black Mamba, I mean, a little bit behind on farm from Ghasty, but I mean, this is probably going to turn out better for him now, especially that Nerevar is really far ahead. There's the ultimate going down, just going to land a little bit of harass. Ghasty obviously knowing that's not going to be enough to take out Mord, but I mean, I'm not really sure this is going to work out the way they want it to. One-man army, I don't think is going to be able to stand up to both Zyrul and Nerevar.
Yeah, he almost got flanked completely. Imzakid coming down for the gank on Biggle Buns, but Messiah is there to block that. EA does have that warded. So, Imzakid and Black Mamba actually swing over to the Dragon. There's 2 members of EA top, so this could actually be a free Dragon for Epic.
Yeah, Imzakid blowing his ultimate to take it down. They're actually taking it out really, really quickly. Anomaly and Aquarius going to get in there, and this is for sure easy Baron for Epic.
Yeah, and I mean, there is an AD carry on Epic's team, but he's top lane or rather mid lane, and not doing amazingly well. He's staying even on farm with Ghasty, but he's falling behind Biggle Buns.
Hold on a second. Hold on, just a second. What's with the Avarice Blade?
Static Shiv.
On Caitlyn?
I don't know. That's.
I guess. I mean, I'm guessing the early Avarice Blade pick is in case one-man armies where he wasn't going to be able to farm up as much as he wanted.
Right. It's just to get ahead. I mean, he wanted the crit early on to really roll the lane in his favor, which didn't quite work out as much as he wanted to. But I mean, yeah, grabbing that Avarice Blade, that's money. It's not like it's gonna go to waste.
It's money.
Money, man.
All right, and there we go. Messiah dropping the plant just, toward the I'm the kid going to come in around now, and there, here we go. We're going to see that ultimate going down. There we go. Aquarius going in. Big Ol' Bun's actually going to get, oh my goodness, just burst down completely. There's the ultimate, blocking them from trying to take out Messiah. I wonder if they're going to be able to dive. Probably not. Aquarius a little bit too low for that, but they were finally able to shut down Big Ol' Bun's with a little help from the jungler. But now, Gasty going to roll down to bottom lane, going to try and land a good ultimate on Aquarius. I don't think it does enough damage on his own,
Ooh.
And missing. Good dodge.
Completely
with really nice dodge. I don't think it would have been enough on his own to take him out, though.
Yeah, I don't believe it would have been. Well, he does have that nearest large rod, so it might have been.
Hold on. Calculations incoming. Here we go. Let's have a look. 398 magic damage, minus whatever magic resist that Aquarius had at the time. I think it would have been real close, but I don't think it would have been enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. The rest of EA coming down bottom. They want to just push. Zyrule going a little bit ham, going for that Q there, but not making anything of it. Warding this blue bush just to make sure they know when the blue buff comes up. Black Mamba rather checking the EA side blue buff, and it's not up, but he's checking, getting some ward. Nope, not actually gonna ward.
No, I think right now what Epic needs to do, Epic needs to take down a turret.
Yeah.
Because they're losing their map little by little, and I mean, it's going to be very, very hard for them to do that since they're probably overall a little weaker in team fights. Like, picking up the dragon was nice, but they're behind right now by about 2.5k, and I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to pick it up anytime soon. It's going to be very, very hard for them to sort of clear their way over to a turret when they're weaker.
Yeah, and this wouldn't really be a terrible thing if Epic had made picks in some sort of generic theme or like some sort of team composition they were aiming for, but there's really no coordination. It's sort of just a team composition. They don't really have anything, any semblance of a coherent team.
Uh-oh, Zyrule gonna come in and gonna try and steal this blue buff from the Nasus, who doesn't see it coming.
Oh no!
Wah wah.
Well, it's actually funny.
Yeah.
I, as a kid, smited it, or smote it, so that he could use his siphoning strike to pick up the stack, but Zyrule just grabbed it as soon as he used smite.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's smited, actually, because smite is the name of the ability.
Yeah.
If it were just using smite as its regular, verb, then I think it would be smote, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's smited.
This has been a grammar lesson from WaveofShadow.
Hey, my education did me some good, okay?
Yeah, something like that. 4 members of EA near the mid. Oh, one-man army getting grabbed by Nerevar. He is not going to get away from this. He's, flashing, even though there was nothing coming for him.
I don't know. I think the flash might have been a good call because they really, 3 of them being there, they might have been able to dive. But I like how you just said he's not, like, I think my favorite part about that is, like, we get proven wrong because we're bad at prediction and stuff. But literally right as you're saying he's not going to get away.
I thought Nerevar was going to guillotine him, alright? What do you want
That
from
was
me?
my favorite part. I'm sorry.
Black Mamba just pushing top.
Hey, anyway.
Shh, shut your face.
Yeah, Black Mamba pushing top, going to try and take down the first turret here, but I mean, Mordekaiser auto attack damage isn't exactly that great, so he's instead going to pull the Singed and proxy farm behind the turret. But Nerevar and Gassy going to catch up, and Black Mamba's going to die once again here. I don't think he has any chance of escaping this.
Oh, ultimate.
I wanted to see which of them was going to get that. Oh man, was it going to be guillotine or the final spark? Oh man, that was pretty funny. Both competing for that kill, and I mean the Mordekaiser pick, he's 0-4 right now.
Yeah,
and
Black Mamba is just overextending so much. He has been this whole game, and even not overextending, early on, but he didn't have any wards, so he wasn't really aware of when a gank was going to come. So it's like he just hasn't been prepared top lane, I feel like.
Yeah, not so much. Oh, there we go. The ultimate from Aquarius going in. Big Ol' Bun's barely able to get out in time, and Messiah. Oh, the one-man army just barely picking that up with Piltover Peacemaker. And I mean, they really wanted to try to pick up both of them, I think, but Big Ol' Bun's timing his jump really, really well in getting out before Aquarius could catch up. Yeah,
well, Big Ol' Bun's has 6,100 gold total, whereas One Man Army has 4,600. And not only is that, a Caitlyn versus a Tristana, which is not good for Caitlyn, but One Man Army is primarily a mid player, so he's not going to be, as well versed in playing mid, or as in playing this AD champion as, say, Big Ol' Bun's is.
Hey, he's better than me, man.
I'm just saying. Nothing against One Man Army, but
don't you knock his skills.
No,
you don't know. You don't know his life.
I don't know him. Oh man. So when's Dragon coming up, Wave?
Dragon is coming up in just about 5 seconds.
Nice. Glad you know, because I wasn't paying attention.
I have chat enabled, that's what I can see. And boom, there goes the dragon.
Yep, good call. Dequarius sitting on a ward right there, so pretty much all of that Epic can be seen right here. So we may actually see our first real team fight.
Yeah, I don't think that Epic wants to fight this. I'm not really sure why they're going to try.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a Lakina. Zyro might just jump in and force it. There's so much poke coming down from EA, so if Epic really wants to fight this, they need to do it like now instead of
and I think Dequarius is going to have to land. Oh, you know what? His ult isn't even up right now. So they're going to have to wait for that, or they're not going to be able to get anything done. Oh, one-man army, the anomaly going over the wall, 2v3, and I mean, not really a very good dive here. Black Mamba going to try to get the ultimate off on Big Ol' Buns, but instead going to get exhausted. Dequarius now, well, I don't know what I was saying there. Dequarius now going to try to get over to Big Ol' Buns. Not going to be enough. That final spark hitting a couple enemy players. Black Mamba being really, really low. Zyro getting in. Dequarius now flashing in to pick up the ult on almost the entire enemy team, but on his own, he does not do nearly enough damage. Big Ol' Buns, so very low, but his positioning fantastic, and Dequarius has dove way too far in, and that is going to be a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of EA and a dragon. And Epic, I really don't know what you're going to do right now.
Yeah, Black Mamba. Huh?
My phone randomly going off.
Black Mamba was trying so hard to get Big Ol' Buns, but Big Ol' Buns was kiting so well. He was just staying right outside Black Mamba's range, not letting him just get the burst needed to get that Tristana Ghost. So, huge props to Big Ol' Buns being able to kite that.
Yep, definitely so. Oh my goodness! All right, so I mean, what can Epic do right now?
Like, they need to go back to champion selection.
Yeah,
and pick a real team.
I don't know. But so wait a minute now. I mean, this begs the question: are we going to see that sort of like what did they say, like blind pick, or what business were they talking for Game 3?
Oh yeah, we may
see that.
You know, if this does go to Game 3, if the teams agree to it, they could do a blind pick. Blind pick Game 3, and that's what OGN does, correct? If they get a tie, it's a tiebreaker, and pretty much everyone can play whatever champion they want. It's great because you get to see tons of champions that are always banned out.
And like, I mean, the thing about that is, I think when it was first announced that was going to be the method, they're like, blind pick, oh my god, it doesn't, allow for, picking strategies and stuff like that, and people were really mad about it, but
and then they saw it and they were like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, at the end, it really, like, not only does it offer, I think, really great entertainment value, but it's not even that strategically, like, unsound, because, just because you're not able to ban certain champions, like, letting an entire team play their best champions into whatever team comp, plus not only that they have to sort of guess what the other team is going to do. Do they want to try to counter, or do they just want to play a team comp regardless of what the enemy team picks?
Yeah, it's really interesting, actually, the way, like, these... And you'll always see, like, random mirror matchups, which is great. It's hilarious. Yep. Epic just grabbed that mid turret because EA was out of position. Great. I mean, if they're actually going to have a chance in this, that's the kind of things they need to do. They need to get objectives while they can. They need to do things safely. That last fight was not smart. Dequarius didn't have his ultimate. They couldn't engage when they wanted to. One-man army got pulled by Nerevar. It was just... It was all kinds of bad for Epic in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that I'd like to hope that, Epic does stand a chance here, but I mean, I think in the end, as soon as EA gets to that single mind to just start forcing team fights and, forcing those turrets 5v5, I don't think there's anything that Epic's going to be able to do about it. I mean, right now, Big Ol' Buns is just top lane farming as much as he can, and, I mean, the four of them are going to be able to hold off, for enough time for, as long as Big Ol' Buns wants to farm.
Yeah, Big Ol' Buns just wants... I'm sure as soon as he gets his Infinity Edge, he's going to be like, okay, we can fight. I'm ridiculous now. So that's really what he's trying to do, is farming top lane. He's getting as much money as he can. He's getting there. He's not quite at the Infinity Edge. He's got another, like, 1,000 gold before he can actually get it.
We're looking at the farm, 164, way ahead of anyone else in the game right now. So actually not even that far ahead of Black Mamba, but not that Black Mamba with his 4 deaths has really offered the whole lot. Anomaly again diving right in, landing the ultimate on Zyro and Gassy, but I'm not really sure why they want to engage. Do they really think they're going to have something favorable here? I'm not sure. Final Spark going in, only hitting Black Mamba, actually. And, actually did hit Dequarius. Big Ol' Buns actually might go down right now. He has to cleanse the Ignite. Dequarius, are you going to be able to get it? No, the shield from Gassy going to be enough. And now, I mean, this is going to be Zyro going in, going to try to clean something up, but he's at least in. He can't really clean anything up right now. And, again, like... No kills going down. The ultimate from One Man Army, almost able to take out Bigglebuns. Bigglebuns, they're really like, they're diving all over the place. They really just want to take out Bigglebuns, and they're like, well, if we can take out Bigglebuns, that's the end of the fight. We win this. But I mean,
it's not that far off, to be honest. But and really,
I disagree. I mean, they've got Nerevar, the guillotine damage. They've got Gasty, who's constantly firing out spells. Like, I don't think that's necessarily true. Bigglebuns is not the only thing their game is resting on right now.
It is the biggest threat, though, and Dequarius was trying so hard, but beautifully, Bigglebuns used his Buster Shot. I had to look up the name because I don't actually remember Tristana's ultimate, just to knock away Dequarius while he was using his ultimate. And
it's just like really like Bigglebuns again, that positioning. We've always known Bigglebuns to be really, really good at positioning, but I mean that just shows it. Like he was able to survive that fight. I mean, obviously with a little bit of help from shields from Gasty and roots from Messiah and stuff like that. But I mean, even so, like that's really, really good positioning to have a team that can dive on top of you with a wither, and still surviving.
Yeah, and if Dequarius' ultimate had done absolutely nothing, if it actually had hit more than one person on EA's team, that fight would have gone a lot better for Epic, but it just wasn't. He couldn't get in position for it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it would have gone maybe a little better. Maybe they actually would have been able to pick up a kill on Bigglebuns.
A kill.
Yeah, I really don't think it would have gone that much better. I think just in general they're a little too far behind. I think the Anomaly really has to stop doing what he's doing.
Well, all the ultimates for Epic are up. This inhibitor is pretty up. Here it is.
Again, here he goes in again. The Anomaly going to try and lock people down. He actually, keeps a whole bunch of people in there. Dequarius getting the ult off on the entire enemy team this time. Is it going to be enough? Gasty might go down here if Dequarius can catch up. There's an ultimate going down, and actually able to pick up a kill on Gasty. That's exactly what they needed. But Zyro really, really low. Nerevar going to try to get that guillotine off, and now there's just a double guillotine. Bigglebuns, again, that positioning absolutely fantastic, and it looks like they might be able to clean this up. Nerevar really, really low. Bigglebuns jumping in, but I don't think he expected Nerevar to get out there so quickly. Bigglebuns going to try to get another couple auto attacks off. Needs one more auto attack, but is not able to get there. And now they're going to try to take out One Man Army, but I don't think the two of them are going to be able to catch up. That actually did go a lot better for EA.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Dequarius' ult. Yeah, Dequarius' ult actually did hit the entire EA team there, and as you saw, I mean, they were able to pick up 2 kills, almost 3 on Nerevar, but Nerevar was dunking everyone so much. Black Mamba and One Man Army coming through. They're gonna pick up Messiah, no doubt here. Yep, and that's nice turnaround, but EA did grab that inhibitor, so that's gonna be really, really good for EA.
Yep, and I mean, once again, Bigglebuns did survive that, picking up all the kills and assists he needed, and all sorts of gold. He's 4-1-4 right now. He's got oh, look at that. I was gonna say, look at Nerevar. Nerevar is 5-0-6 and has that Randuin's Omen. I mean, like, he can sit in a fight forever now.
Yep.
I mean, I guess again the engage from Anomaly was a little bit better that time. But
his ultimate actually hit what, 4
people?
Yeah,
it hit like I think like 4 people, which really allowed, that was really great because it allowed Dequarius to get in and ult the entire team. But they just don't do enough damage.
No, they don't. They didn't get ahead enough in the. I mean, the whole point to a kill lane is to destroy your lane. Yeah, to kill. And
that would be
ironically
the function.
But unfortunately, Anomaly and Dequarius were not able to kill anyone. They just couldn't get anything going bot lane. So it just didn't work out for them. Had it, worked out, that it'd be a whole different story. Both Imzakid and Anomaly and Dequarius would be so much stronger than they are now.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that sticking around to try to pick up the inhibitor, I guess overall probably a good play. Like giving up Messiah as a kill for that, just so they can get the inhibitor, definitely worth it. And so now, I mean, they just need to sort of start the slow push to the other lands, because they can still win those team fights if their positioning is good. They don't get caught by Anomaly. I mean, they technically won that team fight even though they did all get caught. So
yeah, that's true. And now Bigglebuns has Infinity Edge. So this is just, I'm fairly sure this is just going to be a slow push from EA. They're going to get this turret. I mean, even if Anomaly and Dequarius get a good engage, get a good knockup, get good ultimates, I don't think it's going to matter, because Bigglebuns' positioning is just too good right now. He's got so much damage. The only thing I can think of would be a Miracle Mamba ultimate on Bigglebuns, and then this ridiculous Tristana Ghost turning sides for Epic, and then I think then they would win a fight. But until then, I'm not sure if anything actually will happen.
A Miracle Mamba kill?
A Miracle Mamba kill.
And oh my goodness, that a combo landing on One Man Army, just decimating his health completely. One Man Army's going to have to go back and heal, and this is the poke that they need. Zyro going in, they're going to try to get as much auto attack damage down on that turret as they can, and double roots going down on the Anomaly, eating so much damage, and they're going to keep that poke just so strong.
Yep,
and EA.
And
not
now
allowing
EA,
Epic to stay at the turret, right?
Yeah, and now EA can just wait for the wave and just do that again. And that's all they have to do. And top lane also pushing very hard. And that's going to be a lot of damage onto that turret, a lot of lost farm.
This is probably going to be another inhibitor, it looks like. And, I mean, at the very least, it's going to be a turret. Like, now it's, I mean, this is exactly what Epic wants. I was going to say the Wither preventing Bigglemans from auto-attacking the turret. I really like that, just using Wither as an auto-attack deterrent.
Yeah. I mean, because then it's really difficult, and you're easy to pick off if you don't back out right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, great use of Wither by Imzakid, but Black Mamba did go up top, but not before that top turret took half of its health and damage.
So this is going to be another push right here. They don't have the best wave clear. One-man army really offering that Piltover Peacemaker. They're trying to land these snares, but it's not going to be quite enough. And of course, Ghasti's ultimate is up again.
I'm not surprised at all.
Like up for every other wave. I'm not really sure why he's not even using it. Like they don't even seem like they're doing the slow push, but they're not even really concerned about poking on the turret. I'm not really sure why.
Well, the Caitlyn traps are making it really difficult. See, now Bigglemans can get in there, but they need to be careful. They don't want to just throw this engage, like throw the. I mean, I don't think they're going to throw the game.
There we go. The anomaly going in there, but he actually does not get his ult off this time. There we go, landing it only on Messiah. That's not going to be quite enough. And now Nerevar getting that kill. Duquarius going to go down to Zyril probably. And I mean, this is exactly perfect for Zyril getting ulted by Mord. Is Zyril going to go down? Is the shield going to be enough? Nerevar getting that double kill. Trying to get that final guillotine down, but it's not going to be enough. Getting shut down. Biggleman's going to get... going down. Biggleman's going to be able to get that auto attack off. Oh my goodness. Yes, does get shut down. There's the shield coming in from Ghasti, and I think they may try to end it, but they're so low. Is One Man Army going to be able to take them out if they try to push down these final turrets?
It's possible. He wants to get in there. He wants to get on Biggleman's.
I think it might just be enough. Yeah, to ward them off. They weren't able to get the inhibitor either from that, so... Yeah, that's... I mean, they were able to pick up one Nexus turret, so that's a whole bunch of gold there. But I mean, that team fight, like, Nerevar is so scary right now. I would argue, like, honestly, it's coming down to him. He's so much scarier than Bigglemans right now, in my opinion.
He's just you can't kill him. That's the problem.
Yeah, like, and as long as someone, it basically comes down to, like, can the rest of the team take out, one epic player enough so that I can guillotine and just get a whole bunch of resets and do crazy amounts of damage while I sit there and tank for all of you.
The problem is, there's no, like... Epic can't just pick someone, kill them, and then move on, because there's just so many threats coming from EA. They're like, both Nerevar and Bigglemans are huge. I mean, Ghasti just coming in with this huge poke and burst. Epic is just not a position to actually do anything well.
Nope, not so much. Blue buff again, going to go down to Ghasti's just so we can have that really quick final spark reset. And they're going to start the Baron Dance.
Oh, it's our favorite part.
I think the Baron Dance has to actually have... I envision it to like the hamster dance. Do you remember that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or
yes, no.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like one of those things, or like one of those terrible internet... What is it, like the Crazy Frog or something like that? One of those like really terrible like dance songs that are just made for no other reason than to be super catchy and try to make as much money as possible. So then it's like someone needs to come up with that for like a Baron Dance. So whenever the Baron Dance starts, you just start playing that song immediately. And that concludes my rant.
Very interesting and insightful. Thank you, Wave.
We all know that's why you're watching us. It's for the insight.
Yes. EA just wants to get they don't want to go for Baron, but the Baron Dance isn't going to happen until they want an inhibitor down. They want to make sure that Epic just can't come out of their base. Nerevar's really trying to get up there. They want to engage. As opposed to being engaged on, they're just going to keep poking. They want to get this inhibitor, but I'm just waiting for Anomaly to come in. Here it goes.
Here it is. Anomaly coming in. This is a really good ultimate, but he gets rooted. He can't actually use it there. Anomaly only landing the ult on 2 people. Biggleman's having to jump out. And, I mean, there we go. Nerevar with those guillotines. Black Mamba having to use his Zonyas. There's another guillotine. Are they going to be doing enough damage to Aquarius? We're going to see the third one. There's a third guillotine. Triple kill, and now he's going to be able to maybe get a fourth? Are we going to see a fourth? Are we going to see a fourth?
Are we?
I was going to say, they got the ghost of Bigglebuns there, but, I mean... Black Mamba surviving for quite a while. He's actually really like, with all that damage he's dishing out, he's surviving a really long time.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
What just happened?
I can't even believe it.
Black Mamba survived for so long.
I think it really came down to the fact they were finally able to pick up that Bigglebuns ghost, and, I mean, of course, any damage that is done by any one of Mordecai's abilities just adds to his shield and also his, he has spell vamp, so... that's really just going to help him out. Like, the auto attack damage from a Tristana Go is going to sustain his shields forever and give him health. So, I mean, he was just able to last forever in that fight. Finally, Black Mamba is useful.
Oh, no. Hey.
No, like, but seriously, I mean, he really was accomplishing absolutely nothing. And now, I mean, look, he was, I think, 0-5 at one point.
Yeah.
And now he's got 4 kills on top of it.
I mean, that's exactly what I was saying. If he gets a Bigglebuns Ghost, then it's a whole different story for Epic. And this is actually going to be interesting now, because it shows that Epic actually can win these fights.
I'm honestly shocked. I mean, I guess it's coming down to the fact that, you know, Dequarius does have, I mean, Dequarius' passive allows him to be decently tanking fights. He's pretty difficult to take down. The Anomaly is somewhat difficult to take down. Imzakid, obviously, being NASA, is difficult to take down. Now that Black Mamba is difficult to take down as well, if they reach this sort of sweet spot before Bigglebuns hits critical mass, then, or if they can take out Bigglebuns before he can get in a fight.
See, they want Bigglebuns to be strong, but they also want him to be killable. And it's really going to be up to EA to make sure that Bigglebuns stays alive. I'm not sure if you noticed, but Zyril in all these last couple of fights has been staying back with Bigglebuns. And while Dequarius is trying to kill Bigglebuns, Zyril was really there to prevent it. But unfortunately, it didn't work that last fight, and that's going to be something scary for EA if it's not working anymore.
I'm really, like, if this ends up working out, like, they're behind right now. I mean, Epic is behind, like, almost 7K right now.
Yeah.
If they can pull off this turnaround,
and they need to be careful. They can't get caught out. They need to protect these inhibitors as much as possible. And oh yep, Epic does not want any of those wards in their base. They're just making sure. If they can get a good engage, if Epic can get a good engage, this could actually be another fight in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think EA really has to look to start picking off people with, you know, Ghastly bindings and stuff like that before the Anomaly can initiate, because I mean, Anomaly is always looking to initiate. That's, I mean, pretty much all he's been doing. He got rooted last time in Messiah. I mean, I argue if he didn't get rooted there, it could have been a lot worse for EA, because I think 4 people would have been caught in the Cataclysm. So,
well, the thing is, Epic needs to engage now if they want this to happen, because they can't get poked down, as we were saying before. So, and I mean, the poke from Ghastly and the range just from Bigglebuns is really, really strong. So if they're going to engage, they need to do it hard, and they need to do it fast.
Hard and fast.
Hard and fast. It's fast and fun.
Was that the Dominion thing?
Yes.
Hey, I don't know. They're planning on making improvements to that. So, okay, those auto attacks. There we go. The Anomaly going to try and go in, but Bigglebun's a little bit out of range. Doesn't want to dive there. There we go. They're going to blow everything. And see, that's a little bit of miscommunication, in my opinion. But oh my goodness, the Cataclysm going down, and the whole team getting knocked up by Zyril. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. The ultimate from Lux landing on everybody. The double kill now, and Nerevar is going to go down. And look at that. Even the tankiness of Nerevar, they're winning team fights.
Yep.
Oh, the fight. Oh no, one-man army overextending just a little bit. Messiah and Gas going to try to pick him up, but it's not going to be enough. The Bigglebun's Ghost just doing a lot of damage there.
See, and that's the thing. They're all inning Bigglebuns. He needs a QSS. He needs Mikhail's. He needs to get rid of that Ghost debuff. And I don't understand why Messiah hasn't bought a Mikhail's, or why Bigglebuns hasn't bought a QSS. That would be an easy win one team fight if Bigglebuns Ghost doesn't happen.
Yeah, and you know what I find particularly interesting about that is the fact that they sort of engage, like, it looked like the Anomaly was going to engage. He, you know, EQ comboed. He looked like he was going to try and jump on top of Bigglebuns. Bigglebuns pulled away, and he was like, all right, fine, I won't engage. And then the whole rest of the team, when Anomaly was, like, way in the back, was like, oh, all right, we're going to engage. Here we go. So I'm almost wondering if that was a simultaneous engage. Would that have gone better? Would it have gone worse? I'm not entirely sure. Like, the Cataclysm, when it did come down,
it was great.
It ended up being pretty good. But, you know, I'm wondering, like, if they had gone in when Anomaly wanted to, would it have gone better? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And unfortunately, these inhibitors are still up. EA can't just go, all right, we're going to go take Baron because Epic can't leave the base. No, Epic is actually in a decent position now. Somehow, against all logic, they're in an okay position.
Yeah, they're crawling their way back, and I mean, they've closed the gold gap now to a little less than 5K when it was, what, 7K before?
Yep.
So, I mean, these one-team fights really ending up being pretty huge for this, and, I mean, I'm wondering where the rest of Black Mamba's build is going to go. Like, I mean, he's decently tanky right now. Is he going to try to pick up something like an Abyssal? Is he going to pick up?
Oh, Abyssal would be good. It looks like he's going to get a Woda. So either an Abyssal and then maybe Deathcap. He wants to get
I was going to say,
damage.
I would think Deathcap in this case. Like, he really wants, like, a ton of damage to come out. Like, the faster they can burst Bigglebuns down, the better. So, I mean, I think a Deathcap in this case, like, Abyssal would be decent, but it doesn't really offer a whole lot of synergy with their team comp.
EA coming in hard for this. They want to get in on it. Anomaly's off to the side. I don't know. They can't. If they lose this inhibitor, it's going to be really bad for Epic.
Oh, here comes the Anomaly, and this time he is able to get in there, but he does get snared again. There, after the flash, is able to get on top of Gasty and Zyril, and they were not able to get out. Bigglebun's getting exhausted, and I think he's actually decent positioning this time, but Nerevar getting bursted down. Here we go, the knock-up going down for Bigglebuns, and looks like, oh my god, they're just absolutely decimating the entire enemy team.
Wow!
This is...
What just happened?
Triple kill, Black Mamba finally kicking in. I'm just, is this really what they planned all along?
I don't know. Well, that's a Gasty ghost. That's not even a Bigglebun's ghost.
No, but like just in general, Black Mamba's damage and tankiness just from being in the center of a team fight with his creeping death on, he can't die.
Yeah, if you can't take control of Mordekaiser, he just becomes absolutely terrifying. But the thing, there's one item that counters Mordekaiser, and nobody has built it on EA's team. I don't know. I don't know what to say, because that's really what they need to do. All of EA just needs to build a QSS or a Mikhail's.
My mouth is open right now. I'm like sitting there with an open mouth. I'm not believing what I'm seeing here. I can't believe right now that Epic was pulling this game back from the brink of demise here, and it's like, you know, the whole enemy team is diving on top of Bigglebuns, but 3 people I think died before he did.
Yeah. Well, he got exhausted.
Yeah, but he got exhausted, but like even in the end, like he's constantly forced to run away because him and his team don't do enough damage to take out any players of Epic, so he can sit back and auto attack. He's constantly forced to be on the run. Like Bigglebuns is not able to, like, if he's able to sit and auto attack, great, but his team isn't tanky enough to let him do that right now.
Yeah, and now here's the interesting thing: is EA gonna keep pushing and try and maybe catch someone out? Or are they going to let Epic push and maybe catch Epic in a mistake? I don't know. I mean, top lane is now pushing for Epic, so that tower's going to take a bit of damage. I think Epic now, like, they're getting confident now. They're only down 2,000 gold. Yep. They're feeling a lot better about this. They want to be able to push out. And if they do, these team fights are going really, really well for Epic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering, like, is Epic really going to try to force a team fight somewhere where it's a little more advantageous for Bigglebunds to get away rather than in Epic's base?
Right.
So I'm wondering now, it's going to be a little more difficult, I think, for Epic to perform the slow push to take out the turrets and stuff. So I'm wondering, are they just going to sit and wait around and say, well, you know, it's better if EA engages on us? So I mean, I would like to think that EA maybe has learned their lesson at this point. I don't know if they want to engage on Epic right now, but it's really going to come down to what is Epic going to do with their, you know, slowly, you know, closing in. Like, I mean, they might eventually pick up a lead. Okay, here we go. Are we going to see?
EA wants to go in on this inhibitor. It's open. They know that Epic is out of position for this, but here come one-man army of Dequarius swinging around, and this could be a hard engage from Dequarius and the Anomaly. I mean, there's a ward there, so EA will see it coming. Yeah, that's not actually going to happen. No, they're so scared.
No, but for good reason. I mean, they've been absolutely destroyed in 3 team fights in a row. It's ridiculous. So I mean, there's the snares landing. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I think in general, just it comes down to the fact that Epic is a lot tankier and can survive all of that damage. And, you know, Nerevar can no longer tank for his entire team.
Yeah. Oh, Dequarius almost getting hit by that binding. Seeing Zyril off to the side, Black Mamba actually just going to sit and take a little bit of damage from this turret.
And he can afford to, because, yeah, I was going to say, he can afford to tank the turret for quite a while, because as long as he's got minions, you know, he can afford to take 2 or 3 turret hits, allowing, you know, the rest of his team to sort of go at it. And, I mean, now that one-man army actually has a whole bunch of damage, having him able to sit back and poke at a turret is, you know, really, really great, since they've got such a good front line.
Yeah, Bigglebuns is getting fairly scary, though. I mean, he just does so much damage. I think the exhaust for Anomaly is back up, so he's gonna be able to use that on Bigglebuns once again. And EA needs to be careful about this. They're not under their turret. They don't want to fight here.
No, but I mean, they do have the Baron, so they just need to sort of sit back and sort of wait for it to heal them up a little bit. And when they sort of, I mean, the problem is going to be obviously that poke. They're going to have to decide whether they want a hard engage or not on top of a turret. Here we go. It looks like they've made that decision. Anomaly going to go down, getting kicked back away. He's going to try to land that. There's the ultimate. Bigglebun's going to absolutely explode. The Mordekaiser, he did pick up the Bigglebun's ghost. Black Mamba using that Zhonya's. They're trying to take him out, so he is not able to use Bigglebun's ghost. This could very well be the game. Like,
wow.
This is a 6v2 push right now.
Yeah, this is absolutely going to be an inhibitor. I mean, they can't get any other inhibitors because they have no other turrets from other lanes down. Gas getting picked off by one-man army. Oh, there's the crit.
Goodness. Oh my goodness, one-man army just taking so much turret damage.
Oh, actually getting shut down.
Goes down to the turret. I mean, can they still try to end this without one-man army? I'm sort of wondering. Like, I really think they needed him for that push, and now it's going to be a lot more difficult for them. They're going to go for it. They're going for that Nexus turret. One of them is going to go down. Are they going to be able to get a second? The Anomaly and Einstein are really, really low. Black Mamba, though, is still super scary. Acid's Aquarius doing so much damage to that EQ. The GG's going out. That is actually going to be the game. Epic turning it around in an epic turnaround. There's no better way to say that. Epic turning around in epic style. Absolutely fantastic. Taking the series. Third place HGL, 2-0 in favor of Epic.
If that doesn't show you never to give up, I don't know what does. That was ridiculous.
I'm going to go with they planned it all along.
Oh, all planned, calculated?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they must have. I mean, because it's not like EA was throwing the game.
No, not at all. It was just very well played by Epic.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that was just a fantastic game from all sides. So I think that's going to be it for us for this week.
It is. That was Game 2 for Epic and EA. Epic taking third place in the AHGL Season 3 tournament. And, yeah, see, the finals are in 2 weekends, so definitely tune in for that. We will not be casting, unfortunately, but there will be some Rioters casting it.
Yep, going to be really, really exciting. But if you want to tune into us, if you really like what we did, we're going to be casting next week the B-League finals. I'm actually not even sure who's playing it.
Yeah, me neither. We'll find out. We'll find out and let you guys know.
Yep, all right. So that's it for us. I am WaveofShadow.
I am Soniv, and thank you for joining us.